Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey, hey. 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 Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey.
boys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is doing good. Big up to everybody. And yeah, man, I rewatched one of the shows and I seen that or heard, shall I say, that you can hear like the background noise of the fan. So I'm gonna push it away a little bit. I am still here. For anyone that's just joining. I don't know if it's a bit too close to the microphone, that the microphone is now picking it up. But either way, big up to everybody. Hopefully everybody is doing good. We are here, we are locked in, and we are ready for the Bayern Roundup show, my show, with the Bayern View. So yeah, bless up to everybody. We're bringing it back. Obviously, the other guy used to do this. Again, me trying to help. And I'm like, you know what? This was a good concept of a show, if you want to say. So why not go again? So yeah, man, we're going again, but we're going with me instead. So yeah, bless up with everybody. I do hope everybody is doing good. Big up to John. Big up to Ansar. Big up to second. Bro, at this rate, your name is going to go along my screen, bro. It's going to be over here. It's a bit peak. Big up to Catalan as well. But yeah, bless up to everybody. And yeah, man, we're going to get into it. Apologies for the lack of content today and over the last couple of weeks again. Certain dramas and whatever else is, pushing me back, I'm not going to lie, which is, made me a bit pissed off in the fact that, now I'm, it's not just I'm annoyed in that sense. I'm over the beef or anything, all of that shit. But like now I want to like grind the content even more now to, because I feel like I've taken a back seat for some stupid reason. So anyway, we're going to get into it. So yeah, bless up. And yeah, man, let's get into it. There's a lot to speak about. I don't really know where we should really start. We're going to start with Woltemade, I guess, because he's on the screen. Yeah, man, let's get this rocking and rolling. Let's get it rocking and rolling. So, yeah, let's start with Woltemade, I guess. Is that the? You know what? Actually, let's start with this. So this is a prediction. I don't know why there's a fucking meme or some shit of some dickhead spazzing out, but yeah, whatever. So this prediction here, I feel like for this one we have to put this full screen so you can see it. So yeah, here are some cards for the FC 26 prediction or FC 26 ratings prediction. We'll get into other news in a minute. So they've got a Harry Kane as a 91, Joshua Kimmich 89, Musiala 89, Tar 87, Opa 86, Olasey 86. I don't know why some of these are off center, but whatever. They got Davies 85, Neuer 83, 83 for Lima, 83 for Polinia, 83 for Coman, 82 for Kim. Goretzka is 82, Pavlo is 80, Serge is 80. Woltemade will be a 79, Bischoff 79, and then a 77 for. Again, this is all concept. It's not, as you can see, the cards are like all fucking off. Stat wise, though, can I zoom this in? Let me zoom it in. Is that better? Hopefully, that's a little bit better. So Kane has got 65 pace, 94 shooting, 84 passing, 83 dribbling. 84. I don't think that's bad for Harry Kane's base card. I think he should have a little bit more pace. I don't think he's that slow, but whatever. Joshua Kimmich, 74 pace. I think the passing's about right of 91. Again, this is a concept. This is a prediction. So this isn't the actual thing. Once the actual thing actually comes out, we'll react to that, obviously. Jamal Musiala's base card. They need to get rid of technical, by the way, because it's shit. 85 pace, 83 shooting, 82 passing, 91 dribbling. I think his physical's a little bit better personally. But whatever. Jonathan Tah obviously, had a good season. Obviously he didn't win anything, but he did still have a good season. So 73 pace. Again, the passing could be a little bit better. Physical and defending fine. Upamecano needs an upgrade, bro. Mancano's passing is good. That needs to be a little bit higher. Maybe like a 77. Maybe pushing the 80s. 82. He's always a cheap centre-back. The physical's definitely right. Michael Olise needs to be up here for me. I think he needs to be 88 rated. The guy is a superstar. 81 pace, 81 shooting, 85 passing, 88 dribbling. Okay, fair enough. Again, physical's a bit low. Fonzie, 85 pay. 85 rated. Yeah, that's fine. 95 pace, shooting's fine. Passing could be a little bit better. Dribbling's good. I agree with that. So on. Neuer's just Neuer, bro. You can't really say much on it, to be honest with you. I think his position needs to be a little bit better, but obviously he's getting older and older, so he's only going to digress, obviously. Lyman needs to be way higher. The guy had a brilliant season. I think he needs to be 85 rated, to be honest with you. I really, really do. I don't know why he's gone down the rating. I'm pretty sure in the game he's 84 now. So yeah, it's a bit peak. Stats are a bit shit as well. I think he should be all 80s. Joao Polinia, to be fair, I don't think he'll be a Bayern card going in the game, so I think he's going to leave, but whatever. Not bad stats. Again, I think he's a bit quicker than that. Koeman is Koeman. I think, yeah, 85 pace, 75 shooting for Koeman is a bit harsh. Again, this is just a prediction, though, remember. Dribbling, yes, fine. Kim Min-jae, okay. Yeah, I don't really think anything against that. I don't know why Leon Goretzka's digressed. He had probably, I would say he had a better season than Kimmich, in my personal opinion. I know people think I hate Kimmich, but I think he had a better season than Kimmich overall. So I don't know why he's digressed, but whatever. Maybe they don't like him. Maybe they're one of the people that don't like him. I don't know. Pavlo's fine because that's just an upgrade. He was a silver recently. Serge, yeah, he's shit. Fair enough. Bischoff was a silver, so again, fair enough. Woltemade is young, so I don't really mind that being his base card, to be honest. So yeah, okay. All right. I understand. Fucking hell, he's spazzing out on my screen, bro. Relax. Fuck you know. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think on this prediction. Me personally, oh for fuck, what have I done? All right, let's just use this to fucking promote. If you haven't already, go and follow me on Twitter. I definitely didn't mean to get rid of the freaking thing I was doing, so bear with me a second, guys. This is off to a great start, as you can tell. But yeah, we're going to be here for a little bit talking. So again, let me know what you think on these predictions. Yeah, let me know what you think. Again, here are the first ones. We've got Kane, Kimmich, Musiala, Tar, Upper, Olasey, Davies, Neuer, and then there's some others there. Let me know what you think on the predictions. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, man, again, if you haven't already, please do. Scroll all the way up. Please do go and follow me on Twitter. I'm nearly at 500. So yeah, bless up. Right, now that's done. Let's just start from the top because I've already messed everything up. So Thomas Müller. I don't really know where to start with Thomas, to be honest. So it looks like he's not going to retire. Again, when they were saying, I think he should retire, I've been saying from the start, how are you, man, going to tell someone when they should or shouldn't retire? I don't think that's fair, if I'm being honest with you. I really don't. I think it's stupid. I don't think anyone should be telling anyone when certain man should retire. At the end of the day, we will read this in a second, but I don't think we should be talking about certain, this guy has to retire or that. I understand if you want to have a discussion on if you think he's still at that level, then fine. We can have a discussion. But telling him to retire, I don't think is right personally. So hey, that's just my opinion, though. Obviously, let me obviously know what you guys think. But yeah, this is basically what is coming out and what is basically being said. So Bayern are actively working on Thomas Müller's move to their partner club, LAFC, and are helping to put together a package that would take the player to Los Angeles. Müller would be the ideal ambassador for FC Bayern in California and the US, America in general, 1 year before the World Cup. So yeah, that's basically what's being put in there. Let's break it down. So Bayern are actively working on Thomas Müller's move to their partner club, LAFC. I've got to say straight away, don't like the partner club bit. Don't like it at all. I just don't. That's me. But yeah, personally, I don't like this whole partner club thing. But whatever, it is what it is. It's a partnership. I can't do anything about it to stop it or anything like that. If I could, I would, because I think it's weird. I don't like the whole partnership thing that these clubs do. But whatever. Now the helping, that's fine. Again, LAFC got rid of Giroud, if I'm right by saying, to get Thomas Müller. So again, if Thomas does want to continue, go into somewhere where Bayern Munich have a relationship with, or have a partner in that sense, isn't a bad thing at all. How would Thomas Müller do in the MLS? I think he'll be perfect for the MLS. Again, he's known. He's the Ramadota. He's the space interpreter. You know what I mean? The guy quite literally creates his own space. You know what I mean? Rather than I don't think a coach can teach what he does. I really don't. So, yeah, that's personal. My personal thing. Now, Müller would be ideal ambassador for Bayern in California and USA or America. Again, don't see anything necessarily against that. Again, they've done this partnership for a reason. Obviously, Major League Soccer, MLS, whatever you want to call it, is never going to be an amazing league or anything like that. Obviously, they've got Messi. They're getting DePaul. In the league as a whole, they've got some good players in the league. Luis Suarez is there, but the league is known for being a retirement league. If that's fair, then fine, we can have a conversation on it. But that's what it's known for, you know what I mean? And that's what I think people thought the Saudi league was going to be as well. But yeah, obviously Messi's over there doing a Mazzolini. And, you've got Royce over there, Zaha's over there. Obviously, you've got all of the Barca teammates that Messi's brought over in Sergio Busquets, Alba. I said Suarez already. But there is some talent in that league, 1,000%. Hugo Lloris is there, I believe, as well. Benteke is there. I'm just looking for a list here of players that are there. So, yeah. Now the club that he would go and play for, again, would be LAFC. Now I don't know off the top of my head who they have. If I'm being honest with you, like player wise, let me have a look. LAFC. Obviously, they had Giroud. They did have Giroud, but I think he would be their best player. And I'm not saying that out of an ego trip or anything like that. I actually don't have a clue who they have. It's Lloris is actually at that team. Oh, okay, fair enough then. Lloris is at that team. So yeah, Lloris is the and Vega as well, or Vela, not Vega, Vela. Sorry, Carlos Vela used to play for Arsenal, which is crazy because he's still actually super young, and he's in the MLS. That's a bit messed up, but whatever. Whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, man. Okay, so there are some good players in this team. He's definitely going to be their best player. He's definitely going to help the league, without a doubt. So again, I don't think it's a bad thing if he goes to that league. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Obviously, this is what I want to see with this badge here, and I only want to see that, of course. I would love nothing more than him to be a one club player, but at the end of the day, whatever, you know what I mean? You can't, again, like, I don't think we should sit here and be like, you have to retire. Would I like him to retire to be a one club player? Yeah, of course. But at the same time, I think it's stupid. I really do. I think it's dumb. There's even a report here saying that I think they're looking at Human Son as well. They definitely ain't going to be able to pay both their wages. But yeah, again, Bayern are actively working on Thomas Müller's move to their partner club, LAFC, MLS club, and are helping to put together a package that would take the player to Los Angeles, to America. And I actually think he deserves it as well. Like, again, would I like him to retire? 1,000%. I would like him to retire. But you can't, again, tell someone when to retire. That's like saying, well done, Liam, you got 1 million views on YouTube. Again, nothing to do with Muller's career. But for instance, an example, now no more. You don't need to get any more views. You know what I mean? Like, I've done something like, no, man, I want to create more content. And, you know what I mean? So, bit of a weird analogy, but you get my point either way. You can't tell someone what to do in that sense. So, but yeah, I think he deserves it. Go out to LA. I don't know how he would be. He definitely doesn't seem seem the person that would like the bright lights or anything. I don't know him personally, but I know he's like quite a quiet person. So yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, Müller would be ideal ambassador. I want him to be on the board, to be honest with you. We need to start getting people on the board that actually give a shit about our club, to be honest with you. And yeah, 100%. Yeah, rip Hulk Hogan. I should have said that from the start, to be fair. So yeah, again, I think bring him in. Why not? Bring him in for them. I mean, I can't even speak. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, the thing is as well, their season isn't even over yet. Like the way that they do their season over in America is weird. So like they've got a game to tomorrow, 3:30 a.m. for me. Obviously, I'm in the UK. You know, like they're continuing their stuff. So like they've still got things in that concept to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's see. But they've got hella games that Muller can play. Obviously, we'll be doing watch-alongs or whatever if it's at good times. It looks like a lot of them are going to be in the morning though, which is a bit annoying. Because obviously I would love to watch, but yeah, let's just see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, either way, let me know what you think. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button, and yeah, man. Let's get on to the next topic. So yeah, there's Thomas Müller, my people. There is Thomas Müller that we're talking about. Let's scroll down. The next player we're going to talk about is Bryan Zaragoza. And apparently he has rejected a move to Fenerbahce. Fenerbahce. I thought I said the wrong team then. Straight away, I think we just need to cut ties with this guy. Not because he's a bad guy or anything like that, but they quite literally have fucked him over. They have. You know what I mean? The guy is 23 years old. He's a good player. You know, this season in La Liga for Osasuna, I believe is how you say it, got one goal, but got 6 assists. I believe that goal was actually against Barcelona. I'm pretty sure. Obviously, he's out on loan. He was out on loan to them. He's not going to be used. He's not in the plans. Was never in Tuchel's plans. They brought it back because of an injury to Koeman, I'm pretty sure. You know, he played 7 matches for us in the 2023-24 season. You know, the poor guy like quite literally, you fucked around with his career for too long. Wherever he wants to go, just allow him to go for whatever price, because like it's just stupid. But obviously various clubs are looking at him. And yeah, like as you can see here, this is what's come out. So it says Bryan Zaragoza has rejected a move to Fenerbahce. The Turkish side was willing to pay a fee in the low double-digit million range, which is what Bayern were looking to get. But the deal has fell through because the player turned down the move. As things stand, Zaragoza is expected to be back at the training ground when preseason starts. So, yeah, maybe I get to see him, which is going to be even worse because then I'm going to probably see him in preseason and think, oh, he's quite good. And then the next minute, we're going to freaking sell him because we're dumbasses. So I would love nothing more than to give Bryan Zaragoza some game time. I think giving him game time, especially when, you know, if we're only going to get Díaz, which we'll speak about Díaz in a minute. But like if we're going to get Díaz, right, get this guy as the backup. Why not have this guy as the backup? He's a very good winger. He's 23 years old. You know, maybe he learned something from Díaz. I don't know. Learned something from some of the players. You know what I mean? He hasn't really been given a chance under Vincent Kompany. You know what I mean? And Vincent Kompany's got the best out of certain players, you know. I don't know if it's necessarily Vincent Kompany that got the best out of Olise, because Olise obviously played half a season before coming back to before joining Bayern. Obviously played half a season with Crystal Palace, did really well. Obviously Arsenal and not Arsenal. Was it Arsenal? I think Arsenal were in for him, but Chelsea and Man United were the main teams in for him. Then obviously he comes over to Bayern, comes to us and had a brilliant season. So why not give him a chance? You know what I mean? Why not give him a chance? And there's a reason that some of these clubs are looking at him. You know, clubs in Spain are looking at him and so on. And yeah, of course, is he going to light the world on fire? No. But he hasn't even been given a freaking chance. You know what I mean? Like, when he was at is it Granada? Is that how you say it? I believe it's how you say it. He 21 matches, 6 goals, 2 assists. You know what I mean? There was a reason we bought him in the first place. So yeah, again, it's peak. It's stupid. I don't understand it. I don't know if I ever will understand this club, to be honest with you, because they're just dumbasses. If we're being straight with it, you know what I mean? Just not pulling punches and just saying how it is, you know what I mean? And I think, again, Luis Díaz seems to be the guy that we're going for, seems to be the guy that's going to be playing that position. Well, just like with Carl, I know it's totally different because it's a youth project, you know, in that position. Why not give Bryan Zaragoza a chance to be the backup? You're going to be the backup, you know, and then if he wants to leave, then fine. Because then it's like, okay, we have given you an opportunity. And you'll be like, nah. You know, then that's fine. But like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think it's just a bunch of dumbasses, to be honest with you. I really do. And I feel bad for him, but there's not really much we can do. Us fans, you know what I mean? Injury-wise, has he had any injuries? So he had a muscle injury that kept him out for... So he had two injuries. He had a... Oh, shit. He had a fracture on his metatarsal. He was out for 55 days, missed 9 games, and then he had a muscle injury. Okay, so he's been a little bit injured, but, like, yeah, again, I'll say it till the wheels fall off, bro. We should give this guy a chance. I don't understand why we're not giving him a chance. It's dumb. It makes no sense. I don't get it. Again, you know, all of the Bayern View community and most of us have said we need a squad. We need a squad. We've said it over and over again to the point that the wheels are falling off the fucking wagon. And we still are looking to get rid of him. So let's see what happened. Let's see what happens. But again, like it's saying in this post that he's rejected a move to Fenerbahce. They were looking to pay, Side was looking to pay a low double-digit fee for him, which probably would have been around 10 million, I'm guessing. He's apparently worth 12, so probably would have been around 10 million. And that's what Bayern were looking to get, but the deal fell through because the player turned it down. Hopefully, again, cool. He's turned it down, comes back to the training ground. Hopefully, then that means, you know, he's going to actually get some minutes. But you know what these dumbasses are like. I don't know. Again, we've still got Koeman. You know, we've still got all of these others. So I don't even know, to be honest with you. I don't freaking know. But yeah, let me know what you think. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's get into the next one. So, right, big up to everybody as well. I want to actually, you know, spend time on these segments. You know what I mean, rather than just skipping past it all. To be honest. So, right, let's talk. What should we talk about next? I think we just hit the nail on the head with Díaz, to be honest with you. I do. So, right, okay. So, Luis Díaz. I don't really know what to think about the Luis Díaz deal. Do I want him? No. Would I rather other players? Yes. But at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. I can't be bothered saying, oh, we should go for this player, we should go for that player anymore, because it doesn't seem like they're going to listen either way, to be honest with you. So would I bring Luis Díaz in? Yeah, just bring him in, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. So basically what's being said here is of talks at Bayern in the Luis Díaz deal is clear. Max Eberl is maintaining contact with the player's agent, Luis while CEO Driesen is speaking to Liverpool board. Bayern are confident that Liverpool will have to sell after spending 300 million euros so far this summer. Bayern are well aware, given Díaz's age, he doesn't have a big resale value, but the club is still completely sold on the signing. Again, whatever. They know they're getting a proven Premier League player with goal threat and the right mentality. I disagree, but whatever. Again, we could be here all day, so get rid of that. So then what's basically being said, so yeah, that's what they believe. That's what they believe. And I think we're going to be funding Isaac, by the way, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But yeah, it's done. But yeah, Bayern will submit a new bid for Luis Díaz in the next few hours, is what was said. This was 9 hours ago. It will be worth 70 million fixed plus add-ons. Oh my God, we're spending 70 million plus add-ons. Oh my word, bro. You could just put 10 more million and get Rodrigo. Oh, whatever. So yeah, that's apparently what we're going to be doing. Again, like I said, the reason I haven't been making videos on this because I have no clue what the hell is going on with this club. This club, it has quite literally been a laughing stock. And if there are people laughing at us, you know, I'm first to say, you know what, bun that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll stick up for my club. I always will. But I can't stick up for shit right now, man. Like, they're just a bunch of donuts. You know what I mean? Like, the guy's 28 years old. They're looking, they just got Etitike. So I've seen a video of him turning up to them. I think they're in, where are they? Are they in Tokyo? They're somewhere. I know they're somewhere at the moment on pre-season. And I've seen a video of him, you know, being there. So, like, he's 28 years old. What does he really, I don't know. Again, I could be here all day. What's the injury history like? Let me have a look. So, yeah, he hasn't really had many injuries at all. He did have a knee injury in 2022-23 season, which actually missed him 31 matches. But other than that, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't really know what to think because these men just do as they please. That's how I generally see it. So, but yeah, Luis Díaz sale will enable Liverpool to bid for Alexander Isak, who wants to leave Newcastle. I don't really have an opinion on them going for him. I don't really care. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I could not give a toss about Liverpool. You know what I mean? Like, again, I think realistically we should go and get a Rodrigo personally. But again, we can all say, let's get this player, let's get that player. I also think we should be going in for Noussair, but they won't go in for Noussair. So I don't really know what to say. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. And then 9 hours ago, Ben Jacobs, who's been really reliable, said Bayern's new bid for Luis Díaz is expected imminently, which basically means soon. Real soon. It will be around 75 million. Bayern will not go higher than 80 million. We shouldn't have gone higher than 60, in my personal opinion. I don't think he's worth that. I don't think he's worth it. I don't think he's good enough to play for Bayern. I really don't. I know that people got to see that and think it's this and that, but I just don't. I just don't. Let's see what happens. I hope he comes and absolutely smashes it. Bless up, Cooper. How are you? I really do. I hope he comes in, he absolutely smashes it, and you know, I'll have egg on my face, and I will gladly be proven wrong. But for me personally, when you've got players out there like Leão, who's younger, I think way more talented in my personal opinion, maybe a bit lazy, so maybe that's why we're not going for him. But in general, you know, you've got players like Rodrigo, you know, whatever. Get the bid in, get the player in, get him into our preseason because cool, he's doing preseason with Liverpool. I couldn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Arne Slot's preseason is going to be totally different to Vincent Kompany's. It is because managers are different. You know what I mean? Like if you guys remember, I don't know if you ever seen the quote when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went into Man United. I remember it vividly. He was like, "These players can't run, bruv. Like these players are peak." So, like, yeah, so get him into our preseason, get him in with our lads, you know, the likes of Olise, Kane, Kimmich, so on and so forth. And yeah, man, let's run it. That's how I see it. Let's get this going. But do we have any players that speak Portuguese other than Paulinho? I wonder because, you know, that was the whole thing with Bryan Zaragoza was the fact of like, he only speaks Spanish. What languages does Luis Díaz speak? Like, I know people are going to say that this is a really weird thing to ask, but like, yeah. So Luis Díaz speaks Spanish or Portuguese. He's Colombian and also speaks whatever language that is. I know Whale. I don't even know how to say it. Though he is not fluent in English. Let's see what happens because German's a freaking hard language to learn. So again, like, who the fuck's even going to talk to him? You get my point, though. Like, I'm not even trying to put it down on that or anything like that. Like, it's peak. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully he comes in, absolutely smashes it. Again, we shouldn't be funding Liverpool for their players, but I think we need to focus on ourselves. To be honest with you, because I could sit here and say we shouldn't have got this, we shouldn't have done that, we shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? But whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, man, get Luis Díaz in. Let's run it. Hopefully he's amazing. If he's not, there's egg on our face. He's 28. There ain't no resale value. But I don't think they're looking for resale value. I think they're looking at it as, okay, we're bringing this player in. This player is going to be good enough, or this player's going to just fit in. I don't think they want to do I think that's why we're not pushing for Rodrigo or Leão. Maybe the laziness of Leão is, a main factor, but I think the reason we're not going in for Rodrigo, for instance, because you can't tell me that Luis Díaz is more talented than Rodrigo, because you would generally be lying, is because they're not waiting. You know what I mean? They don't want to wait. They want a player that's going to come in straight away and kill it. I don't know if he's that guy. We're going to wait and see. But yeah, let me know what you think. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, let's move on. So, right, there's the Luis Díaz stuff taking over. Joao Palhinha, we're going to do a whole different stream on. I know we can read it, but detail-wise, I'm going to go into detail on a different stream. But yeah, we'll read it. We'll still read it. I'm not going to skip past it. So yeah, apparently Tottenham are working on a deal to sign Palhinha. Sources believe that there is a strong possibility that Spurs will land him, will get an agreement with him. But they need to sell someone first, basically. And Joao Palhinha's preferred destination, basically, if he is to leave Bayern, is to go back to the Prem. That's basically what's been said. So yeah, there's that. Again, let's talk about Nick Woltemade then, shall we? It's a bit peak. So Bayern's latest offer for Nick Woltemade was 50 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons, which, by the way, just to say, from Bundesliga to Bundesliga club, that would be the record. And they're still not allowing it. They're still saying no. So I think they're frauds. But we need Nick Woltemade to stay on board with us, because he's a super young player. Super young player. But we need him to stay on board because, these players are going to get tiresome. It's going to be very interesting to see if he does play in these preseason games that are coming up. They've got a preseason game Saturday, 2:30, which I'm going to be keeping my eye on. I won't be able to stream it because I'm doing family things, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, if I can find that game, I'm definitely going to watch it if I can, if he's playing. If not, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because there's been news put out there that apparently he's not even going to start the DFL Super Cup final, which again is basically the Community Shield. Basically, even though it's better, but whatever. So yeah, it's a bit peak. But yeah, let's carry on reading this. So, had already reached the limit of what the club was willing to go for. Bayern won't pay much more than that for a player whose market value was 30 million. Stuttgart will therefore have to carefully reconsider their negotiation position. If they don't sell Woltemade and he has a bad season, that would have a significant impact on his price next summer. Bayern bosses are calm and will not be rushed into paying a fee. They're not playing the game, basically. Bayern remain optimistic about signing Nick Woltemade. The player will be with Stuttgart for a 6-day training camp starting from Monday. Bayern bosses believe it's possible to hold a meeting with the Stuttgart executives there in the coming days. What makes Bayern even more optimistic is the fact that Stuttgart haven't declared Woltemade unsellable. There are also voices within Stuttgart's supervisory board that are critical. 1 second. Excuse me. That come out of nowhere, bro. Excuse me. There are also voices within Stuttgart's supervisory board that are critical of the club's tough stance. Why is my voice gone like this? It sounds like I'm crying. An exchange between both clubs is possible. Especially since the overall relationship between the clubs is good. Uli Hoeneß may even be involved again since he lives in that area. Yeah, again, like, we have a good relationship with them. I don't know why they're I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest with you. I think it's really weird. I think we get this deal done. I think it's stupid to not have that deal done. I did see something else. That's why I'm scrolling up. Yeah, I do think we get this deal done. But I also think it's just going to take its time, unfortunately. Okay, I can't find what I was looking for. But yeah, Nick Woltemade's, you guys don't need me to say it over and over again. Nick Woltemade is the guy I want. I think he's my main target. They're going to go for a winger. We know that. It's probably going to be Díaz, which is whatever. Again, you guys can have your opinion in the comments or live chat, whatever you want to say. But like me personally, I think we get him. But they do need to drop this act of like being the bigger team, because they're not the bigger team. You know what I mean? And we've got a good relationship with them. Like, are they really gonna push it to this extent? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's stupid. I really, really do. I think it's dumb. So yeah, I know that it's said that we have also, taken a back seat at the moment, but that's because we're not going to put in another bid. We're not going to put in another bid. Like, the bid that we put in, I think, stands. I don't think it's the fact that it doesn't stand or anything. But yeah, it's just dumb. It's dumb. So yeah, again, let me show you this 1 second. Let me show you this. So yeah, within Stuttgart's 12-member supervisory board, there are now voices in favour of a meeting with Bayern, which again, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? We want that. Let me actually click this and zoom in so you can actually see it. They believe Bayern's latest offer of 50 million plus 5 requires consideration, and at least basically speak, you know what I mean, rather than, acting the way that they're acting, you know what I mean. So yeah, take that obviously as you will, of course. After all, the offer exceeds Stuttgart's record sale by almost 20 million money. That accordingly to the supervisory board members, they could certainly use. Again, they're not rich. They're not super rich. They don't have a sugar daddy. Again, remember, it's 50+1. You know what I mean? So again, I don't really understand why they're playing this game, to be honest, but whatever. However, a personal meeting with Bayern is still out of question for Stuttgart bosses, CEO Alexander Will, or how you say his name, and sporting director still have the support of the vast majority of the supervisory board, including the president and the shareholders, Porsche and Mercedes. Therefore, the transfer is currently considered unlikely. Again, we need him to continue to push it. That's all you can really say. So yeah, man. The dumbasses, put it that way. That's personally how I see it. Do I think we get him? Yes. Do I want him? Yes. And again, even Catalan was saying, where's the comment gone? I just watched highlights of Big Nick Woltemade. He's such a baller for his height. Yeah, he's 6'6", bro. The guy's 6'6". It's peak. The guy is 6'6", and he moves the way he does. Got the hold up player the way he does. Like, bring him in, man. Bring him in. He's going to be the striker for Germany for the next 10 years. I really do believe that. And yeah, man, he just needs to get a bit bulkier if he can. Get a little bit stronger in that sense. And I think having Harry Kane, or being the backup for Harry Kane, That's not a bad thing to say, is it? You know what I mean? I know people can take the piss and this and this and this, but you know what I mean? Being the backup for one of the world's best strikers in the last decade, you know what I mean? Again, he ain't one fuckle, but you know that's not the point. Like 23 years old, bring him in again, like to show the levels as well. So 5 goals in 5 appearances in the Pokal with an assist, 12 goals in 28 matches. Yeah, get him in, bro. Get him in. And also, hurry up because I want him. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's peak. It's peak when it comes to Bayern. Right, Xavi Simons. We need to talk about Simons. Where is the news on Simons? Okay, so a couple of days ago, 22nd of July. It's currently right now the morning, so it's 12:25. So it's Friday for me right now. As the time of recording this, but it basically says here Xavi Simons remains a personal topic for Max Eberl. There's still no progress for Xavi despite stalled negotiations for Nick Woltemade, which we obviously spoken about. So yeah, that's basically what's being said on that, and in that sense. So yeah, there's that. Where's the other piece? Because I seen another piece just a minute ago. Where is it? And I know that Chelsea are heavily in for him, of course. They're heavily in for him. So I'll say straight up, I don't think we get Simons. I think he's gone to Chelsea. I do. So yeah, then we've got some of this news here. So it says within Bayern's supervisory board, there's surprised that Xavi Simons is being linked to the club again. Max Eberl is a big fan of the Dutchman. Vincent Kompany sees the potential move positively. However, Simons is only an alternative. Even though they decided not to submit a third bid for now, the Bayern bosses still want Nick Woltemade and believe that time plays in their favour as the player is determined to move. So basically, this guy is the B option to this guy, basically, is what's being said in that concept. Again, that was a couple of days ago. So let's continue to scroll. We'll come back on other stuff in a minute. So yeah, there's that. I know that obviously Chelsea are heavily linked to him, but yeah, here's another thing. So it says Bayern Munich have entered the race to sign Xavi Simons. The PA news agency understands Chelsea are understood to be in direct talks with Simons. Club RB Leipzig. However, their negotiations could be complicated by Bayern expressing an interest. Bayern declined to comment regarding him. Obviously, they're not going to outright say, yes, we're in for this player. No, we're not in for, they're just not going to do that. That would be backwards from their stance. So yeah, there's that. And again, I think we are in for him, but I think he's getting closer and closer to Chelsea, closer and closer to the Premier League. Remember, he wants Champions League football. That's one of the main reasons he's leaving RB Leipzig. Remember, we could have got Doué and Simons last summer. We didn't get neither of them. One stayed in France, which whatever, won the Champions League, whatever. This guy was like, nah, I'm staying here. So it is what it is. Big up, Ryan. How are you, bro? Big up. So yeah, again, Xavi Simons is close to agreeing personal terms with Chelsea. When was this put out? This was 2 days ago for me right now, but basically yesterday for me right now, because obviously it's only just been Friday now, but whatever. Agreeing personal terms with Chelsea, but is also talking to other clubs like Bayern and Arsenal. They're keen as well. The 22-year-old is prioritising a move to the Premier League. As it stands, Bayern are not ruling out a bid for Simons, despite knowing he is keen to a Premier League switch. Again, it just sounds like we're going to get rejected again. Again, it's coming from Ben Jacobs. He's very, very reliable. But again, it just sounds like Bayern are putting their you know when you go into the storage units things. I don't know if you've ever watched the American series Storage Wars, but it feels like all of these other clubs are winning these units, i.e. players, and we just want to be like, we've only got a low budget, but we're like, yes, I'll take him, and it's like we get absolutely smashed out of the water, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you're putting your fucking hand up, and you don't even have the money to fucking get the player. Again, a bit of a weird analogy, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Like, I just think it's stupid that we're going in for him if he is heavily, going towards them. So yeah, this is again yesterday. Chelsea are very close to agreeing personal terms with Xavi Simons, but agreement is not done yet. Bayern keep calling. Arsenal are informed. Still open, still an open story. But Chelsea are progressing very well and are now in direct contact with RB Leipzig, and that's coming from Romano, Mr. Here We Go himself. So again, like whatever. Again, like I don't want Xavi Simons. I think he's got an ego, but at the same time, is he talented? Yes. To say that he's not talented would be backwards, to be honest with you. You know, obviously he come from La Masa, played at PSG, did very good for PSV. You know what I mean? Did good for Leipzig. He's done good for Leipzig as well. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason that Leipzig looked at him when he was at PSV. You know, 19 goals and 8 assists in 34 matches. Again, it's not the top league, but it's still a good league, still a respectful league. You know, and then he come in and did 8 goals, 11 assists in the 23-24 season, and then last season played 25 matches, 10 goals, 7 assists. So he's a good player. If you're gonna bring him in, bring him in. But like, yeah, I don't know. I think Max Eberl just wants to make us RB Leipzig at this point, to be honest with you. I really do. I think also with what has happened, in this thing, transfer rumors and, you know, all the rejection of freaking Nico Williams, the rejection of Wirtz, the rejection of all of these players we've gone in for. It just seems like rejected FC. Like, again, I understand why opposition fans would be laughing at us, because again, we seem to try and put our hand up for no reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's backwards. It's backwards. If he goes to Chelsea, I think he'll do good at Chelsea. Again, though, couldn't care because I'm not a Chelsea fan. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, let's see what happens. But he's a good player. That's the thing that needs to be put out there. He is a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I do think he has an ego, though. And I also think, what happens when Jamal comes back? Because Jamal is going to come back. You know what I mean? Like he's injured. He's not left our club. He's still got a contract with us. You know what I mean? Injuries are part of football, unfortunately. You know, even the greats have been injured. You know, look at freaking R9. You know what I mean? Like that guy's got probably injuries ruined his career. So like Jamal will be back, and when Jamal comes back, they're going to clash for positions. I don't think that's a bad thing. I grew up with Bayern Munich having 3 freaking strikers. Obviously, they weren't all the same level, but either way, they were freaking good. You know what I mean? Like, we had a bad man on the bench called Shaqiri, bro, to come on for my goat, Iron Robin. You know what I mean? Like, we had Bastian Schweinsteiger and Toni Kroos in the midfield. You know what I mean? And we had others as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've grown up with having really, really good players. It's not the fact that we have to have one good player in every position. You know what I mean? So if we can get him in, cool. Let's get it done. You know what I mean? We could switch up formations. You know, it was said that Vincent Kompany was going to go to a 4-1-4-1 with getting inverts. Why can't we do that with Simons? Like, if, you know, when Jamal comes back, like, I'm all for getting Simons if he's going to get him, but I just don't see it personally. Yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see us getting him. So let's see what happens. I think he's a good player. I do think he's Chelsea bound though, personally. Is there any other news on that again? That's Díaz, that's Polinia. I don't think there's anything else on him, but I'll keep scrolling for a minute. Oh, what was this? So this came up 4 hours ago. So agents, including his brother, an employee whom Xavi recently hired due to his good contacts in England, present at RB Leipzig's training camp and are holding talks with the club. Chelsea are currently leading the race for the Dutchman and are in contact with Leipzig. Leipzig are waiting for an official bid from Chelsea. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich, with Max Eberl, are very interested in Xavi Simons. But the club has not yet contacted RB Leipzig. Leipzig want at least 70 million euros. Currently, a quick agreement is not expected. Leipzig are very relaxed and feel no pressure. Again, yeah, he's just signed a freaking deal. Of course, they're not going to feel pressure. You know what I mean? He literally just signed for them. So them feeling pressure would be backwards. So yeah, I think he's Chelsea bound. I think, Chelsea have just got that freaking Club World Cup money. Not that they needed it, but they did get it either way. So yeah, and I think he fits there as well because Palmer can play on the right. So let's see what happens. Again, if we get him, cool. He's a good player. I think he could link up with Olise. I think he could link up with Jamal if you push Jamal to the left. But the thing is, we're getting Díaz, so what happens? But again, I would love this. This is the problem. Having these players, having so many good players in positions, isn't a bad problem to have. It's a problem, but it's not a bad problem to have. Rather than us saying, oh, okay, Jamal Musiala is going to play at the 10. We know that either Coman, Sane, or Serge is going to play. We're screwed. You know what I mean? I'd rather have that problem. So I'm for it. I'm fully for it if they're going to get him. But I just don't see it happening. And I want Nick Woltemade personally. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Smash likes. Hit the subscribe button. Bless up. And, yeah, man, let's now speak. I think there was one more. Obviously, we can speak about other things. But I think there was one more. Again, that's just basically the Barca president saying they're not going in for Díaz. Which, to be fair, they just got Rashford, so I don't think they need him now. Bayern. Okay, so Bayern recently discussed a loan move for Kusiarsi, I believe is how you say his name. So he can get regular game time at a higher level than in that league. But for that to happen, the Swede would first have to extend his contract beyond 2026. So let's see if he does do that. It's going to be interesting. Again, that's another young player that needs to play, though. So, yeah, getting him alone would be good. Where is the news on Nkunku? What's this? Bayern are hoping Hiroki would make his comeback in October. He would be first out of the 3 long-term injured players to come back, followed by Alphonso Davies around November, and then Jamal Musiala a bit later. What do you mean Jamal Musiala a bit later? No. None of this. Jamal Musiala a bit later. Interesting. So what are we in? We're in July. So July, August. Raw. Really? That quick? Bro, I'm so scared he's going to get injured again. I'm not even going to lie. Dead ass, not even going to lie. So what? We start this. When do we start our season? Let me have a look. 1 second. So we start our season. I know we started in August, but when? It's at the end of August, isn't it? So the 22nd of August. Okay, so the 22nd of August is there. So then 1 week, 2 weeks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, he's going to come back in about 8 weeks' time. Damn. Big up Hoodrat. How are you, bro? Again, I just hope they're not rushing him. That would be my main concern. I hope they're not rushing Hiroki. I think he can beat. Like, the only reason I would sell him, is because he's been injured. But he's a good freaking player, bro. And he's only 26 years old. He's a young player. He's not ridiculously old, but he's not done anything for us. And that's the problem. This guy was playing like this is how crazy this is, right? This guy played year after year after year. So 21-22 season, 29 matches. 22-23 season, 30 matches. 23-24 season, 26 matches. Joins Bayern Munich, plays 6 matches and gets injured. Now, that was this season. Oh, yeah, he got injured in preseason, didn't he? And barely played at all. And then last season played 6 matches and got injured again. I want him. I want him to stay. I think he's really freaking good. He can play left back. He can play centre back. I think he definitely is an option to be a centre back as well. Then having Upper, Stanisic, Tar, and Hiroki. I think that'd be perfect. Get rid of Kim, maybe get somebody else in. Obviously, he can play left back as well. So yeah, I'm all for him coming back. I can't wait for him to come back, but I'm just so scared he's going to get injured again because yeah, it's a bit of a scary situation with him because number one, the injury that he actually got was it was a muscle. I can't say it. Hold up, is it like muscle tarsal or something like that? I believe so. Say it. Metatarsal. I can never say it. So he got the metatarsal fracture, missed 37 matches, both for his national team of Japan and Bayern Munich. Right, he was out for 192 days. So he got injured on the July 28, 2024. Come back, February 2025. Played a little bit. Then he was out with fitness issues, obviously because of being out for so long, and missed one match. And then got injured again, same thing, but this time was out for 216 days, missing 24 matches. March 30th it happened, 2025, and yeah, it's going to be until October, probably the end of October. So it's peak. It's very, very, very freaking peak, to be honest with you. Again, before that, he barely got injured at all. You know what I mean? He really didn't. So he had not an injury, but it's an illness. He had coronavirus, which he missed 2 games and was out for 8 days with. He had no surgery, which he was out for 11 days. So yeah, there's that. Then he was ill and was out for 4 days. Then was out for 5 days, missing just 1 game for Stuttgart, because he was ill. Then he got an infection. That was 4 days, missed 1 game. He had a muscle injury, out for 5 days, out for 5 games. That's it. So it's crazy to me that this guy quite literally has, yeah. What's going on with Bayern's? What's going on with freaking Bayern's thing, bro? Because it's peak. Like, this is stupid. If he breaks his foot again, Max Eberl needs a slap. Like, again, I agree. He looks so composed on the ball. He looks good. I think his passing's good. He's fast. He can play left back. He can play centre back. I'm wishing nothing but good on him, of course. Touch wood. I hope he comes back and absolutely smashes it. But I'm just so scared he's going to get injured again, bro. Like, is his feet made of glass? Like the glass shoe fucking story. Snow White or whatever it was. Like, come on, man. Like, there needs to be something genuinely needs to be said around Bayern's medical team and so on and so forth, because it's peak. With some of the injuries that we're getting, like, it's stupid. I don't know if they're doing something stupid in training. I don't know if it's our medical staff. I don't know if we're just getting players, but I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. But it's stupid. It's really, really stupid. Yeah, maybe we did. Maybe we did sign him when he was injured. But yeah, let's see what happens. I hope he doesn't get injured again. I want him to stay. I want him to be a good player. I want him to be an option. You know what I mean? Again, we were speaking earlier about maybe keeping Bryan Zaragoza because he's rejecting a move to Fenerbahce. Why not have him, not Bryan Zaragoza, Ito, have Ito as the player that can be the backup to the left back. Well, he'll probably be the left back because of the players we don't have, but be the backup to left back, be the backup to Upar or Tar or whatever, you know what I mean? But again, that was known as a freak injury. That was a freak injury that kept him out for 37 matches again between his country and the club, 192 days. That was known as a freak injury. He comes back, gets it again. That's not a freak injury then. You know what I mean? So, yeah, again, what this piece of news saying here, Bayern are hoping Hiroki Ito would make his comeback in October. He would first be out of the 3 long-term injured players to come back. Okay, perfect. He's going to come around October. Let's not rush him, please. Let's please not rush him, because I don't know. You just never know with this club. You know what I mean? You just generally never know. So let's see what it says. Yeah, we do have Arsenal, bro, but looks like they're pushing to I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. it's a bit peak. It's a bit peak, to be honest with you. But yeah, let me know what you think. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, and let's continue. So yeah, there was that piece of news. Again, we spoke about Bryan Zaragoza, we spoke about Simons, spoke about Thomas, spoke a little bit about Polino. We're not going to go too in depth in it. What's this? Bro, I don't even know who that guy is. I'm not going to lie. What's this about Vanna? PSV are considering a move for Paul Vanna to replace the departure of Milik Tillman. The Dutch side has already interested in Vanna last year before his move to Heidenheim. A move possibly with an option to buy is on the table. So a move with an option to buy is on the table. Interesting. I think Milik Tillman is going to kill it in this league. I really do. And it's going to be so annoying because he's not wearing a Bayern shirt, and he is a player that was done really well with Bayern, but not main team. I mean, like in general, obviously going out on his loans and so on, it's just annoying. I know that they were obviously trying to break into the American market with an American player. We had Chris Richards as well, but Paul Vanna, why is he not getting game time? Why is he not being given a chance? Like, again, this is a piece of news that's come out basically just saying that PSV are considering him, but at the same time, like, I'd be going there and saying that he is going to be our cam, because again, I know he hasn't lit the world on fire. I'm not trying to say that he has. Definitely not. He had a couple good games for Heidenheim, and then the rest was shit. Like when he played us, he was not very good. He was terrible. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. But he's 19 years old. Like the guy, you got to remember, yeah. So Bayern Munich under 19 team, yeah. Then was with Bayern for a little bit. Then Bayern 2. Then goes out to freaking Alvsburg, or however the bloody hell you say it. Plays 28 matches, 6 goals, 2 assists. Then went to Heidenheim. Did really good for the first little bit in the Bundesliga. Scored a goal for them in the DFB Pokal. Played 29 matches in the Bundesliga, so he's got some game time. With 3 goals, 2 assists. Then obviously they had to play the Bundesliga relegation playoffs. Again, that was only a loan, remember. And he was in that. Like, the guy's 19. He's not 26. You know what I mean? This isn't to the point of this isn't like Jesse Lingard when it's like, oh yeah, one of the boys doing all of this shit and fucking this and all of that. No, like he's still really, really young. I wouldn't mind him going to PSV though, because PSV is a good team. So yeah, man, if they can get him in, maybe they can make him the player that we need. But the fact that it says that there's a buy option, I think that's them basically saying that we're like that he's gone. Basically, I think that's basically, in my opinion, I think that's what that basically means. If they're putting a buy option in there, I think he's gone. Because he was injured when he played against us. Oh, he wasn't he? Oh, okay. Well, that makes some sense then. Make Michael happy. Sign Brian Brobbery. No thanks. So yeah, again, PSV are considering a move for Paul Vanna. I think that'd be good for them. Again, like I said, he's 19 years old. You know what I mean? Maybe the Dutch league is, going to be good to him. I'm not really too sure how PSV play. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watch PSV week in, week out. I don't even know if I watched them last season. Did I? Don't think so. Not off the top of my head, I don't think so. I know they played Arsenal. Obviously, got smashed 7-1, didn't they? I know they beat Juventus though. So yeah, like again, where did they finish last season? 24-25. So they won the league. They were the league that. Okay, so yeah, they're in the Champions League. Like this is yeah, exactly. Like if we're gonna loan him to PSV, I'm all for it because they'll be playing Champions League football. But yeah, the fact that it's a loan with possible option to buy, I just hope that we've either got the first refusal in there, or we have a buy option. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's see what happens, bro. I don't know. I really don't know where to sit on any of our players, to be honest. I think he should be playing for Bayern. I really do, but obviously they don't think he's good enough. And yeah, obviously in that PSV team, he'd be playing with some good players as well. Ivan Perisic is there. I'd bring Ivan Perisic back to Bayern. Pele's there. He used to obviously play for Borussia Mönchengladbach. They've got some good players. So let's see what happens. And it's a totally different league and everything. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what happens. But, yeah, I wish him nothing but the best. Again, to read it one more time. PSV are considering a move for Paul Werner to replace the departure of Müller Tillman. Obviously, again, he's gone to Leverkusen, which is annoying. The Dutch side was already interested in Werner last summer, but they obviously before his loan move to Heidenheim, a loan with a possibility of an option to buy is on the table. I think he does well there. So let's see what happens. But yeah, again, smash the likes if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. Again, I wish him nothing but the best. He's 19 years old. Got his freaking whole life ahead of him. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. Right. Where the freaking hell is the news about Nkunku? Is there not any? Wait, what's this? Was that? Oh yeah. Big up to my manager, my G. Fuck Oliver Kahn, that prick. Here we go. So Christopher Nkunku is open to joining. Okay. So Christopher Nkunku. So right. Let's break this down. So Christopher Nkunku is open to joining Bayern Munich, even towards the end of the transfer window. Pini Xavier, I can never say his name. He's the agent, though. Maintains contact with Bayern and is aware that his client could become an option for them if they fail to land their priority targets. The Frenchman would cost 40 million euros. Now, I'm all for getting in Nkunku. I've said this before. I'm not going to change my tune. For Nkunku, I'm all for getting him. But not for freaking 40 million. Like, now you're taking the piss. Like, he's not worth 40 million. He hasn't done anything for Chelsea to worthy a 40 million euro price tag. Again, don't get it twisted. He was doing very, very good in the league. You know what I mean? Like, his best ever season in our league. He got 20 goals, 13 freaking assists. Like, that's mega. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, the guy's hella injury prone. So why are we spending, like, I generally think 20 to 25 million max. You say 30 million max, I don't think it's bad, but I think 20 to 25 million personally. Again, I'm all for squad depth. But I know that if we bring him in, that will be the player we buy. Again, he's 27 years old as well. So again, he's not a spring chicken in that sense. Again, he's not young. He's not an old man, in life-wise, if you want to say it. But as a footballer, he's at the end, like going to the end of his tenure. You know what I mean? He's not super young. You know what I mean? But realistically, he should be in his prime. He played 27 matches last season for Chelsea. Again, I don't watch Chelsea. I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. 3 goals, 2 assists. Not really that good, is it? You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit peak. It is a bit peak, to be honest with you. Like, he played, got 3 goals in the EFL as well. EFL Cup, whatever it is. I don't know. Did he not play any games in the Conference League? Because it's not telling me. Let me go on a different website. Hold up. So Conference League. No, not overall balance. Give me 24-25. Not overall balance. Fuck that shit. I want to actually know what he's done. Okay, so yeah, 27 matches he played. 3 goals, 2 assists. Conference League, he played 9 matches. Remember, the Conference League is not the best whatsoever, like with the teams in it. And got played 9 matches, 5 goals, 3 assists. And then the Club World Cup, he played 6 matches, racking up 287 minutes, and got 1 goal. So he's not done bad, but he's also not done good. You know what I mean? He obviously can play centre forward, he can play second striker, he can play attacking mid, he can play right wing and left wing. So I'm all for him. I'm all for him coming in, but not for a ridiculous price. You know what I mean? He played Genk in the group stage, got himself a goal. Played Palacios, I don't know how you bloody say that name. got himself a goal. Played Noah, whoever the hell that is, got himself an assist and 2 goals. Got a goal against Heidenheim in the group stage as well. He wasn't in the squad for the other game. He got 2 assists in the group stage of the Conference League against Shamrock Rovers, which, again, yes, I know. He missed this semi-final first and second leg with a knock. He was on the bench for the final, which is a bit peak in itself. I don't really care about Nations League, to be honest with you. Premier League wise, this is interesting as well, by the way. I like this website because it tells me where he was playing. So yeah, this is freaking interesting. I like this. So in the Conference League, he's played centre forward, got himself a goal, played centre forward, got himself a goal, played the attacking mid, got himself 2 goals, 1 assist, played attacking mid, got himself a goal, played against Shamrock Rovers, played attacking mid, got himself 2 assists, centre forward, second striker twice, left wing. Like, he plays all different positions. Like in the Club World Cup, he played as the second striker against LAFC. He was on the bench for the Flamengo game, so that doesn't count. Whoever this other team was, he was attacking mid. He played centre forward against Benfica. Promedes, he played left wing. Fluminense, he played right wing. And then, so he is very versatile. So if we're to use him as the versatility, I'm all for it. And even in the league last season, Man City played left wing, played centre forward against Wolves, played left wing against Crystal Palace. Loads of other centre forwards, attacking mid, centre forward. He was on the bench for the United game, and then the rest are centre forward from what I can see. So he could play all different positions. I'm all for it. And he's inconsistent. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And then if you actually scroll up, let me scroll back up. Hold up. If we go look at his injury history, this is where it gets a bit scary. So this season alone, 24-25 season, 27 days, 1 injury, 6 games missed. So it's not terrible. It's not amazing. Don't get it twisted. It's definitely not freaking amazing. But the season before that, 246 days. What is that? 365 in a year. My word. And that was only with 4 injuries. He missed 48 matches. Holy shit. So yeah, he had hip injuries, hamstring injuries, fitness, knee injury, torn muscle fiber. Like, it's peak. So yeah, if you're gonna bring him in, but please don't bring him in with some madness. You know what I mean? Yeah, bless up, bro. Big up to you, man. How are you? Like and subscribe. Thank you, bro. Big up Gio as well. Bless up, my brother. How are you, man? So yeah, man. Again, I'm all for it. Let's bring him in, but not for 40 million. And okay, if you're gonna spend 40 million on him, please tell me you've got Woltemade as well. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Since 2022-23 season, he's been quite injury prone. Yeah, exactly. I agree. 1000%. Chelsea want rid of him, but if he costs 40 million, no one gonna buy him. Yeah, maybe they do let the price go down. I don't know. But again, I'm all for squad depth. Like Ansar said when we first started talking about Nkunku, I'm all for squad depth. Don't get it twisted. I'm for squad depth, and I want the squad depth. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with bringing them in. I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, bless up. And yeah, big up. Smash likes, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I don't know if that's it. Let's have a look. Okay, Rafael Leão, we can speak a little bit about if we need to. So Rafael Leão. This is what's coming out from Sport Build. So Rafael Leão would still be willing to join Bayern this summer, and have expressed that during a conversation recently. The Portuguese winger has rejected a big offer from Saudi Arabia as he wants to play in the European top level. He would accept 15 gross base salary per year. Again, like, I'm taking him, of course. But I think Díaz is where we go personally. I really do. I really do. But yeah, I'll take Leão. Like I would take Leão. I would. Again, younger player. I think Díaz is where we go. Now, if somehow, some way, and bear with me when I say this, I know you guys are gonna go like, huh? But if somehow, some way, we can get Díaz and Leão, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. That ain't gonna happen. Don't get it twisted. That is not gonna happen. But like, imagine if we were to do that. You know what I mean? Like that in itself would be nuts. But yeah, he's 26 years old. Again, he's a good player. He is a good player, but again, he's lazy. That's the problem. And then I think we are going for Díaz. I really, really do. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, 70 to 80 million. Ryan, yeah, you're right. So yeah, I'm all for bringing in Leão. He wants to play in the top league. I think that's why I don't see him leaving. To be honest with you, I won't lie. I'm not going to sit here and mislead anyone. I don't think he leaves. I think Allegri. Allegri wants him. And yeah, I generally think that keeps him there, and I think he's going to be the star for that Milan team. I really do, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, again, we don't know. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I could. You guys know, like, how long have we been here? Right now, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes. I could speak until I can't speak no more about Bayern. You guys know that. I love this club. I could speak about them forever. But at the same time, like, it is a bit peak. Like, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with that? We actually don't know, which is the scary part. You know. So, again, remember, you know, we really don't know. I don't think he's been injured. Let's have a look. So, okay, yeah, he had a couple of injuries, but nothing terrible. So he had a muscle injury, 24-25, 3 games missed, had a hamstring muscle injury, 7 games, abductal pain, nothing really. So he's not really injured at all. Can't speak English today. What did he do last season? Let's have a look. Obviously, Milan. You do have to give him some credit in the fact that Milan have been shit for a while. Like they're not the Milan of old when they had freaking all of these players. Like that definitely needs to definitely needs to be said. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I generally think he'd be really good for us. But I don't know. I'm just one man. You know what I mean? I'm just, again, obviously, I know the face of this community, but in general, let me know what you think. I want to know what you think. Who do you want? Do you want Rodrigo? Do you want this player? Do you want that player? You know what I mean? That's how I see it personally, you know? But again, yeah, basically from what's being said, Rafael Leão would still be willing to join Bayern this summer and has expressed that during a conversation recently. I don't see it. I'll take him in a heartbeat, but I don't see it. I really, really, really don't see it. It doesn't surprise me that he's rejected Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Saudi are going to, they're going to continue this vision, and I think their league is going to be good in general, but overall, but yeah, he wants to stay in Europe, which is good. You always want the better players to stay in Europe, rather than cashing out and taking the bag, and you know what I mean, because let's take the league seriously, but it's all about money. Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Rodrigo or Leão? Rodrigo, personally, bro. Rodrigo. But again, this is the problem. If we do sell Palhinha, what are we doing with that money? If we sell Pulvana, what do we do with that? You know what I mean? Like, there's very, very... it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with Leão, with Díaz. It looks like we're probably going to end up getting Díaz. But yeah, I don't know. I generally think someone could come out with something that we're linked with this player, and the likelihood is we still don't have a fucking clue. You know what I mean? It could be anyone. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, out of nowhere we were linked with Messi. You know what I mean? In that concept. So, yeah, like, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sport Build aren't amazing either, by the way. They're really not. But, yeah, again, apparently he's willing to join Bayern. I'm willing to join Bayern if they're going to sign me. You know what I mean? I could do with, going on a run, if you get my point. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on Rafael Leão. Again, smash a like, hit the subscribe button. I know Milan, obviously I'm very close to Francesco because of Gio. Big up to Gio, big up to Francesco. But he's obviously a Milan fan, and he said straight up, like, when he's on his day, he's amazing. When he's not, he's peak. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, smash the likes, hit the subscribe button, bless up. What does I say? I'm surprised Bayern haven't gone in for Stiller. Tell me about it. Should have been an easy move for Bayern. Facts. Man said Neymar's available. Jeez. Don't, because it wouldn't surprise me if we went in for Neymar. To be honest with you, I've heard a lot of Milan fans said he doesn't track back, and yeah, that's definitely a thing. Yeah. Bring Díaz in. Yeah, I'm with you. So yeah, like, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Damn, this video, whatever you want to say. I did not see it going an hour and 20 minutes, so fair enough. Bless up for everybody that's in here, then, I guess. You guys are all G's, man. All G's. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think on that. I think that is all the news. I am going to scroll down because I want to look, but I think that's the news. So, yeah, we read that one. Again, we can have a comment on this if you want to. So Marseille are maintaining contact with Sasha in the case that their move with Timothy Weah from Juventus falls through. Yeah, just get BBL Bowie out, bruv. Like, not really much else needs to be said. Again, that's Díaz we've spoken about. Obviously, Carl being a permanent member of the first team is going to be amazing. Don't really need to say much about it. What's this? A lot of frustration due to the lack of young talent into the first team, despite the fact that there's around 40 international youth players in the academy born between 2006 and 2009. There has not been enough first team integration. Recently, the under 19 players only had a combined 53 minutes of game time. Within the first team last season. That should change next season. It fucking should, I agree. Yeah, and then he's just talking about your bullshit. I'm not reading that. I could not give a fuck what that cunt's got to say. Because he generally speaks out of his arsehole. Being PR trained is one thing. Yeah, then they actually speak like they just waffle, bruv. Waffle. At least I'm speaking to the community, bruv. They're just speaking sense, you know what I mean? So yeah. How was this? Scouting. That's the guy that follows me, isn't it? Or used to follow me. I know he still does follow me. Bless up to Philip Kessler. Okay, we spoke about that one. Spoke about that. Fucking hell, it just feels like I'm constantly scrolling. What's this? We'll stay at Bayern. It remains to be seen what role in the next few days there will be discussion on whether to extend his contract, continue the backup for Neuer, Urbig, or retire and continue with Bayern in another role, depending. Okay, yeah, wish him the best. Again, we spoke about Ito, but what's this? Hiroki Ito has resumed running training today after 3 months of 3. Well, there was 2, bro. What? There's a new record demand of tickets for Bayern Bundesliga home games this season, already surpassing last season, which was a record at the time. All games are now overbooked. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Look at that fucking stadium. Wow. Wow. I think we basically covered everything. Again, that's Díaz. So yeah, man. What's this? Everton are interested in Adam's new manager David Moyes is keen to strengthen the left back with currently his option. Interesting. We'll like that. Maybe we'll do a video on that. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, what's this? Yeah, here's the third kit. I like that. To be fair, I need to make a video on the third kit. And obviously, when we get the fucking third kit, we'll make a video on it. But again, for anyone that's got Twitter, if you haven't already, give us a follow. We're nearly on 500. Yeah, I'm not verified. I'm not paying for it. Fuck off. So yeah, bless up to everybody. I do hope everybody's doing good. If you haven't already, smash the likes. Let's see who is live. Let's redirect to somebody. But yeah, man. I hope everyone's doing well. I really do. Thank you for everybody that has been chilling with me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the Bayern roundup. And yeah, let's who is live? Let's send everybody over to. Let's send. To be fair, no one's really talking football, bruv. I guess we'll send everybody over to Faz. So yeah, bless up. Hopefully everyone's well. Smash the likes. Hit the subscribe button. I might be back in a little bit to play some career mode. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, bless up, people.